Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. God has spoken, so let the church say amen. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. Had to do that little churchy song. I just got through watching a show about a church. I'm talking about Greenleaf on the Oprah Winfrey Network. Tonight was episode 4. This is the 4th season, and tonight was the 4th episode. Wow, 4 episodes already. Okay, and let's get right into it. Someone I don't like is in town. That no good, sneaky, evil, money grubbing, money hungry, monopoly running, monopoly owning Bob Whitmore, the owner of Harmony and Hope, who is known for taking over churches and rebranding them with this Harmony and Hope flavor. Now, this little sneaky man, what he's up to now, he wants to merge Calvary with a smaller, struggling church, but not just a smaller, struggling church, a smaller white church he wants to merge into Calvary, which is a predominantly black church. Now, I know we're all with the kumbaya, let's all get together, but we all know that these type of churches do things differently. They sing differently, they have different styles, and neither church really wants to do this. So he's trying to, he wants them to consider this, and he's hoping that Grace can help him along with this because Grace works for him. So now the bishop is having this conversation with Lady May, and he's saying this isn't really about race, and I'm totally agreeing with him. He's like, this is not about race. This is all about cash and profit with Bob Whitmore. Whitmore is just trying to merge and make money and take over and he's just rebranding and that's what he's about. So I have to agree with the bishop. I don't think this is a good idea. We don't want it, and I know we don't want it. Let these churches, let it happen organically if it's going to happen. And why are you moving so fast? Why are you trying to change things so drastically and so fast? Everything with him is take over this, buy out this. He's not to be trusted. And hopefully in a few more episodes coming down the line, we're going to find out a little bit more about this Bob Whitmore character because there's something sinister about him. Did you also notice him and Phil tonight? Phil, another person I don't care for, who I find sneaky and slimy. He has Phil writing his sermons and his speeches or whatever. And I'm like, you see, this is crazy. So he just controls everything and everybody, and he just throws his money at you. Just like we saw when Grace was having the conversation with the leader from the struggling white church, who also does not want to merge. And he's saying pretty much he writes the checks, and I'm just doing what he thinks is going to be a good idea. All right. Now, let's move on, and we'll get back to that. Let's go on to Grace and her son, her secret son, who's now in town. She's got him an apartment, and she's helping him with the apartment, and she gives him a welcome mat, and he says something that was very funny and clever. He says, well, Grace, why am I getting a welcome mat when I can't really tell people that I'm here? Like, you're keeping me as a secret still. And I'm right. I agree with him. He's absolutely right. And we also find out that Grace's daughter, Sophia, has been in contact with him, and she's going over there to visit him. Now, she had a really good conversation with Grace where she told her that she's not feeling this little secret stuff. And Grace was saying, well, let's wait. I want to wait until the family gets control of Calvary again, blah, 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 blah. And she said, no. It has nothing to do with harmony, hope, and all of that stuff, Ma. What the real issue is, you've been on your high horse, tooting around on your high horse, on your soapbox, talking about the family. Now, this proves that you are no better than the rest of our family, because you, just like the rest of the family, have secrets, and you are keeping secrets. Why don't you just come on out, Grace, and tell it? Her daughter is absolutely right. I totally agree with Sophia, because Grace, you came in here, you was upset with the family, with all the family secrets, and you were turning the family upside down and everything, and now you got a secret. You're no better than your mama. You're no better than your father and all the other scandals that's going on. So, I mean, come on. I think you should tell. I think you should. Holding these type of secrets in only cause more problems. I think you should be open and that you should tell everyone. But of course, it makes for good TV when they keep the secrets in. But now Sophia is having, this is eating Sophia alive. This is eating her alive. So when she's hanging out with her cousin, Jacob's daughter, I forget her name, when she's hanging out with her, Sophia's making excuses as to why she can't help her with her speech for the little people's sermon or whatever it's called. Excuse me. And Sophia makes the excuse that she's going to hang out with this guy, which is a total lie. She's actually sneaking off to see and hang with her brother. And I did like the bonding between her and her brother, although he's still a little shady. He's like, you're just like your mother, where you think you can save the day and you can help, but will you really be there? And you can't really blame him, because this young man has been through a lot. He's been through foster homes. He's been in jail. So he's been through a lot. So he's like, listen, this whole secret stuff, it's a lot on him. But we see him and Sophia bonding, and they're bonding over alcohol. And Sophia can't handle it. She falls asleep. Now, this causes a problem because she falls asleep. Her cousin is looking for her. The next day, her cousin says to her, where were you? And don't lie. You know, you weren't with who you said you were with, because they didn't even know you were back in town. Where were you? And I almost thought Sophia was going to tell her, but she didn't tell her. And I'm yelling at the TV, just tell her, that's your cousin. Tell your cousin. But she's not. She wouldn't tell her. She would not tell her. And I was like, Dad, but it's eating her alive. And we see this scene where Lady Mae finds out that Sophia's in town. And she's like, I didn't even know you were in town. And Sophia's like, yeah, I'm about to leave again. I had to come here and do something. And Lady Mae's like, do what? Tell me. Let Grandma know what's going on. And she says, ask my mother. She'll tell you. And as she's saying that, Grace is coming down the stairs. And Lady Mae asks her, well, what's going on? What happened? And she says, it's between me and my daughter. See, we got to stop this. Just come on out and tell. The truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. You got to tell somebody. And you heard what Sophia said. Sophia said, listen, I'm not coming back here until the rest of the family knows. I'll keep your secret, but I'm disgusted. I'm not going to be near you. I can't deal with this. She's kind of like me. I don't like all that slippery sneaking around and all. I don't like all that. So especially stuff like that. Just set yourself free and tell it. All right. Let's move on to Charity. Another person I don't like. I don't like a lot of people on this show this season. I don't like Bob Whitmore. I don't like Charity. I don't like Phil. Charity is desperate because we know she wants to pastor. And Phil is giving her promises. And Phil told her, listen, you got to get some dirt on Grace, or neither one of us is going to be here pastoring. So you got to get some dirt. So now she's desperate. She's fishing around, trying to get information, trying to figure out what's going on with Grace so she can find some dirt on Grace. I don't like that. Will you just do anything to get ahead, to even, I mean, come on. This is the thing. This show is teaching us good lessons. When you're jealous of someone, you will do anything in desperation to take them down and get yourself up top. But you know what? That doesn't work in the end. It never works. So she's makes a phone call. She's in Grace's office. She makes a phone call and she ends up calling and leaving a voicemail on Noah's phone. Noah, she said something like, "Oh Noah, how you come over here and you don't even say hi to me?" Like real phony stuff. So now this causes a problem for Noah because, as we saw in the last episode, Noah, or was it last episode where we saw where Noah told Grace, "If my wife found out that I have a child with you, but I can't have a child with her, she's going to be upset." So he doesn't want his wife to know. But of course, when his wife found out that he had been to see Grace, she wanted to know why. And he told Grace, "Well, I told her why. I told her I had a son, and she is upset. She left. She kicked me out. I'm sorry, she didn't leave him. She kicked him out." And he's like, "You know what? All I can do now is go to Memphis and try to build a relationship with my son." And Grace is sitting quiet. She won't even tell Noah, he's in town. Come on. Like, let's go over there together. Something like, Grace, all these secrets. Come on, come on, come on. Now, one of the things I also liked in this episode was the scene between Lady May and Bob Whitmore, where Lady May was expressing her concerns about this merging of the churches and all this stuff. And she told him she doesn't think it's a good idea. You know, the church, the black church, that was all we had as black people. And Bob Whitmore hit her with, "It's a new time and we need to be together." He hit her with that whole kumbaya crap and give it a chance. But you know that this man cannot be trusted. But the best, in my opinion, the best scene in tonight's episode was the church scene. I laughed so hard when Charity was up there singing with the white woman from Harmony and Hope, and they were singing that corny Kumbaya theme song. First of all, we don't need no theme song. Come on, y'all could have sang something else. They were singing this corny, cheesy song, and Charity looked like she was not feeling it, and it looked like she was trying to ad-lib or whatever, and the ladies reaching over and hugging her and bringing her closer in. That was a hilarious scene to me. That song was so corny, so corny. There was no flavor to it. And you know, in the black church, we like the hoot and holler. We like the shine on a light from heaven, Lord. Shine on. We like something where you're like, yeah, yeah. We need some oomph. That wasn't no oomph. It was like harmony and hope. It was very Sesame Street. I was like, whew, this is what the merger is causing? Everybody in the church was like, okay. But Grace got up there and she gave her sermon. And her sermon, first it appeared as if she was saying, come together and build together. And we, she came together. She said something like, we're strong together. She was giving this whole unified work as a team thing, and Bob Whitmore was going for that. And then she just flipped it. And when she flipped it and had the place stirred up about give it one more try and don't let the devil divide God's people, Whitmore was pissed because now this encouraged the pastor from the white church that was going to merge to say, you know what, I'm going to give it one more try, because she gave this, excellent fight the good fight sermon that, caused this deal that Whitmore wanted to go like that. And I thought, what a scene. And he was pissed off, and he called Grace not into her office. See, that Whitmore's a sneaky one. He called her and had her go into Phil's office, and he said, I just want to remind you, that's why I'm having you come into Phil's office, just to remind you that your office ain't your office. You're an employee of Harmony and Hope. Your checks say Harmony and Hope, sister, okay? You fall in line, because now you've jeopardized, you pull some stunt like this, you're out, and your brother's out, your sister's out, everybody's out of here. You better fall in line. I'm writing your checks. Now, and I'm like, You gotta be careful. The man's writing your the man is writing your checks. The man is writing your checks. What you gonna do? How they gonna get? I love shows that keep me like that. I'm like, okay, how are we gonna get rid of this Bob Whitmore character? Something has to come up that shows he's dirty or something. And this Harmony and Hope, something's gonna uncover. They're gonna uncover something that there's a way. Cause they gotta get this church back. Cause I'm really sick of him. Now, let's talk about Clarissa and Jacob selling the land. She's just happy to sell this land. She wants to sell this land, but she noticed something. And this is, I don't understand why she did this. She noticed that the buyer, had these cufflinks. And then when she was speaking with Phil about a project, she saw the same cufflinks and he said it was a gift. And she put two and two together and she had someone do some research. And she found out the people buying the land from her and Jacob, Harmony and Hope. I'm telling you, they're a monopoly. They're just eating up and taking everything up. So I was thinking that was going to stop her from signing the papers, but she signed the papers anyway. And I like that conversation that she had earlier in the episode with Lady May, where Lady May told her, you don't do things right. Basically, she pretty much said, you don't do things right. You don't like to wait. And see, this is going to come back and bite them. I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? So, really good episode tonight. I cannot wait. I know I say this every week after it goes off. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next week. Now that Noah's been given the boot, is he going to go see his son? Is Grace going to tell him where his son is at now that she's been helping him? Is she going to come clean to her mother? What else can they do now to get this church back? Really interesting stuff. We're going to see. It looks like it's just getting better and better. That's it for now. Tell me your thoughts. How did you like tonight's episode? I thought it was pretty good. My favorite scene, again, like I said, was the church scene with that terrible song they were singing, that Harmony and Hope song. And then the way that Grace gave her sermon that pretty much riled the place up and convinced the guy not to merge just yet. That was really good stuff. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for my new subscribers. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. Let's talk about it. And that's it. You be blessed, and I will see you back here next week for another review of Greenleaf. You could check out my other videos. I have some singing videos. I have a review of the show called Power, which is a totally different show from Greenleaf. And I'm going to have a few other things coming down the pike this week. So that's it for now. You be blessed. Good night. I got to go. Got to get me some sleep because I got to work in the morning. All right. Love you. Later.